Welcome back, guys. This is Sucker Punch Open with Kewesi.
Trevor.
And right now we're going to talk about one of the most volatile times at the bar, one of the biggest potential times for the bar, and that's closing the bar, and how to close the bar, and how to do it properly so that there's not a potential problems. Nobody wants the party to end. Everybody wants the party to keep going. Everybody's usually drunk and pretty hammered at this point, so time flies without them realizing it. Last minute you know it was midnight, now it's time to close the bar. So let's talk about a little bit about a protocol in closing the bar. The first thing is making sure that as a door guy, that your bar staff and you are all in unison about what time that you need to close the bar and what time that you need to get everybody out of here.
Having it labeled, listed, and doing it the same every night. This night, we stop serving drinks, or maybe it's just shots.
Yeah.
This time, it's the lights come on. This time, no more shots, no nothing.
And keeping the exception rule down so that like people aren't having a bunch of friends after hours, right?
Yeah.
Bartenders are trying to make friends, they're trying to be friends with people, and trying to be super friendly. They're going to want to let people after hours, and that causes a problem for you as the door guy, right? Because you're trying to close the bar, and they're like, oh, no, this person can stay, this person can stay.
Yeah.
So the best bars that I've worked at was like you had 1+1, basically.
Yeah.
Everybody has 1+1. Like whoever's picking you up, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is, they can kind of wait for you, your ride or whatever, your good friend or whatever. You can have a +1. Maybe on a rare night you might get a +2, two people, but usually keeping that protocol makes it a lot easier, you know.
And even that's rough, because it's like, if one person's staying and one person's leaving, like, everybody wants to stay with the party. And
Exactly.
you're the bad guy. It's like,
And this is the chance where the door guy is the bad guy at the end of the night, right? Because you're the one closing up the party. You're the killjoy.
Yeah.
You are literally killing everybody's joy, right? So I mean, of course, everybody's gonna say, well, you know what? People always say, you don't even have to say it yourself. You can't, but you can't stay here, right? And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, man, just finish your drink and go, right? So the thing that really helps out to me is making a very clear, distinct last call, consistently every night, and then have a very clear, distinct line when your bartender stops serving. Because if they keep serving drinks till the end of the night, this creates fires for you. This is something we'll talk on later, which is the bar staff creating fires for the door guy, which you then have to put out, right? I can talk for hours on that, but we're just going to deal with closing the bar at this point, right? So making sure you have a clear, consistent time for last call, and a clear, consistent time to stop serving people.
And I like the countdown. All right, guys, 10 minutes. You're taking glasses, doing whatever, and then I come back. All right, 5 minutes, and then eventually you're not just like surprising them and grabbing the drinks.
Yeah. And I think that whole surprising, like the whole drink grabbing thing, the whole drink trekking thing. I'll touch on that in a second later. But so what I normally do, like my technique when closing the bar, right, is like we've gone through, we've had the last call. Now that they've stopped serving drinks. I like to walk through the bar and talk to each group individually.
Yeah.
I break up their conversation. I don't give them a chance to talk. They'll be in the middle of the conversation, telling the best story ever, and I'll just step right in and be like, hey guys, how you doing? Just to let you know, we're closing the bar in 10 minutes. I gotta ask everybody, please finish up your drinks. And I'll go around to every specific group in the bar and let everybody know pretty much eye to eye, make eye contact with everybody in the group. Then when I set my next tone in closing out the bar, which is the large call, right? All right, everybody, thank you so much for coming out. I got to ask everybody to leave. Right on. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's always lots of thanks. Have a great night. It's always, it's kind of subliminal. I'm like, thank you very much, everybody. All right, folks, remember to close out your tab before you leave. Remember, so everything is like as you leave. Thanks for coming out. It's been a great night. And my subtext is like, it's time for you to go home. It's time for you to go home, And then usually I like to start at the back and make my way forward, but I can only do this if I have somebody watching the door, right? Because this is another potential problem, is that as you're closing out the bar, people are going to try to sneak their drinks out every time, right? So
you're kind of trying to do 12 different things at once. You're being nice, you're kicking them out, you're watching the drinks going out. It's rough. That's the second you're working the hardest of the whole
This
night.
is the second you're working the hardest, and this is the when people don't want to leave, and there's the biggest potential for problems and fights at the end of the night. Because drunks are upset that you're canceling out their party. Guys are upset that you're asking them to leave as they're trying to I just want to get this girl's number. It's like, well, dude, get it outside. You couldn't get it all night long. You're not going to freaking get it now. So what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is one of the biggest areas of potential problems, right? So if I can, I like to start at the back of the bar, let everybody know what's up. Push everybody forward a bit, and then I stand at the door, and then I start calling again from the door, right? Usually on a nice soft close, this gets everybody out.
Yeah.
Usually on a nice, and that's how it goes. I'd say most nights at the bar, 90% of the time.
As long as the drinks are cut and they don't have something in front of their hand, their natural inclination is to go away.
Is to go away and to get them out the bar.
Yeah.
If I've done that and we've got a few stragglers, and I go up, I'm like, hey guys, I gotta let you know, this is it. Like, finish up your drinks. You guys got a minute. You gotta go. And sometimes you'll have people who will fight you on this, and they'll say, I bought my drink, I have the right to finish it, I can stay for as long as I like, and it's like, actually,
it's cool.
No, you can't.
It's cool. Like, no, it's
no,
not.
No, it's not. When you work in the bar industry, people are always going to try to piss in your pocket and tell you it's raining.